How's going to school in Russia different than it is in America?
Well, let me tell you,
Yeah, go
all
ahead.
you teachers out there, from my days that I remember, you are, teachers in Russia have the most important job.
So they get a lot of respect.
You have the most respect from what I can remember, from what I was taught. You are goddesses to us because our education comes from you, not from our parents, but from you. Our first grade is the most memorable for kids.
Important. It's the most important day.
Yeah, they make it. That is one day you will remember.
It's another like celebration, except at school.
Yes. The first graders get, especially for first graders get to bring big bouquets of flowers
Dress
to
up.
teachers. They dress up from head to toe in old tradition way.
With bantiki.
What's bantiki?
It's like a ribbon that ties in many like
Both.
bows. So they're like huge.
You make a big deal. Basically, 9th graders or 12th graders, they have poems for you. They sing songs for you.
Welcoming you into the school.
Yeah, basically showing you around, telling you it's gonna be best years of your life. Don't be scared. It's more of a not making nervous for kids. They just don't throw you in, but they make you feel welcome. What else did they do?
Well, like
They sing songs.
Yeah.
You basically give the teachers the flowers. Flowers are very important. You couldn't go to school on first grade without flowers.
and that's like the first day. The next day you go and you jump into learning.
Yeah.
And you have to sit very proper. It's not like here where you just kind of sit on the desk and that's it. You have to sit with a boy or, like
It's a boy
opposite
or
sex.
girl, yeah.
You have to sit very straight, forward, knees down, with like your arms crossed like this.
On
And
the table.
On your desk?
on the desk. And if you have a question or if you're telling, or if the teacher's asking you a question, you don't, shout and say, here, you just kind of like raise your hand and you stay quiet.
And you sit there until
Yeah.
they call on you. You don't
Otherwise you
lash
get a
out.
ruler.
That was in back days. You don't get a ruler now, okay? But back then. But yeah, you are very respectful to teacher.
You don't call the teacher by last name.
No.
You call the teacher by their first name and like their father's name. So like mine would be, my Russian name is Manushna Zhana Alexandrovna. So Alexandrovna is my father's name. So my teacher name would be like Zhana Alexandrovna.
They don't do last names.
Yes.
It's kind of disrespectful in a way. I don't know why. Can't remember that. But yes, you would have to call them by first name and their father's name. That's a respectful way. And if you were called to the front, you would go to the front. There is no, I don't want to do it. You were called, you stood up and you went and you answered what you were told to answer. Period.
What else?
Oh yeah, in here, how was I talking about the classes?
Oh, like the grades and
Yeah,
stuff.
everybody's like a normal grade, or you take the high classes, and there's A, B, C. Like 4th grade it would be 4C, 4A, 4B, 4C, and it's smart, normal, and
You're stupid.
you need a lot of help. So
Also like
we skip 4th grade,
Yeah,
5th grade.
fifth
We
grade.
skip 4th,
When you came
5th
to
grade.
America?
no. In Russia we
you
have
go
first, second, third,
and 4th. No,
or like combined.
yeah, no. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th combined. You learn 2 grades at once. You skip 5th. You don't even go to 5th. The next year you go to
jump
6th.
But even like the math, for instance, in Russia it's very intense because when I was in 3rd grade there, I learned things, and then when I came to US and was put into 6th grade, it was the same level of learning. Yeah.
So you were like in A class.
Yeah.
Okay.
Done?
Yep.
What else? We took literature was like very important.
Yeah. We
That
learned
in here.
German or English.
No,
in my school.
What is it called? Literature.
Literature.
Literature is like
Yeah.
is studying books and stuff.
Yeah, they had to do poems constantly. We would have to memorize the biggest poems, and then we had to stand in front of the class. Each week it was a different poem that we had to stuck. We couldn't stand and say, no, this and so and this.
You have
We
to
had
present it.
stand it straight, and you had to speak with the emotion of the poem that it was for. If you didn't,
That's
you would
it.
basically fail. They would tell you, sit down, you're doing it again, or you fail. You had to stand there with emotion, speak loudly when you need to speak loudly with it. Every week it was a different poem that we had to memorize, like Alexander Pushkin. Oh my God, he had the longest.
Do you remember
longest-
any of it?
No.
I wouldn't either.
That was a while ago. It was hard. Yeah, very important. Speaking in front of the class, answering was very important. There was no shyness. There was no such a thing as being shy. You stood up.
You weren't allowed to
did
be?
it.
They
No.
they
It was
expect
harsh.
you to have the education is strict there.
Yeah, that's
It's-
why the teachers are
everything
very
is by the book,
important
yeah.
to us. The teachers are very important in our life.
Mhm.
They really taught us. It's not your parents. Your parents teach you respect. You know
How to
you-
behave,
how
how
to
to-
behave. But you probably
We
treat
don't really
teachers
have
better than
homeschooling.
your parents. Probably, I would say. Like there's, you cannot talk back to a teacher. Oh, there's no such a thing demerits or in school or detention in Russia. You fight, they separate you. You're good to go. They warn you, okay? Otherwise, you go home for a day. That's about it. But there's no in school detention. You're late to class. There was no such thing.
Or
as
take
late.
it outside.
Yeah, there was no such a thing was late. This is we're talking about when we were there. I'm sure now it's more
It's a little bit different.
different
probably.
with rules, but there was no such thing as late. You were
And we
either
didn't
in or
have-
the door is locked. That's it. You can't get in.
We didn't
If you
have
were
like
late,
5 minutes. In
We didn't have
between
5 minutes.
classes.
We had 10 minutes in between of the classes to get to our classes, and it was always same class, different teachers, but same exact people. It was never different people. You basically went to first grade. You're going all the way probably until 12th grade with the same people. You would just have different teachers. That's about it. But yeah, there was no such thing as late. You're late. The door is shut. You
Don't
can't get
let
in.
it come.
You lost that class for a day. That's it. You're done. Yeah.
Good.